Hello, I'm doing a quick review of the Gamegenic card Lair 400. So this potentially can hold 400 cards and more. So let's get started here. So this is a very nice material. It's got definitely a texture to it, and you might be able to see it better if I brought it closer. Um, there we go. So this is like that type of texture throughout. And then the clasp is a magnet. So you'll see these two circles match up with these two circles of the case. So it just magnetizes and kind of hooks onto it. And the same thing is on the other side. So we have the magnets on this side as well. And they hook on. And it doesn't come off. It's very sturdy. Um, It did take some time for the magnets to kind of break in, if that's the right term to say. Like the holes didn't match right away. Like I literally had to use it probably like 10 to 20 times before it finally started um, catching on the indentation of the circles. I guess something had to stretch with the multiple times of me opening this and closing it. This part needed to stretch a little bit more for it to match up perfectly. So that is something to note, because I was very close to some of the a complaint about some sort of defect, but with more use, it's actually very good at getting into the hole. All right, so um, what can what you can do is take the entire top off, and then you can put the bottom right on top of it. So it's kind of like not in your way. Like, what are you going to do with this? So what I'll do now is I will put this on top of the cover, and you'll see exactly how it also um, encaps it, that encloses over it like this, basically. And the holes match up this way as well. So we'll go ahead and do that. Put it right on top. And then I'll do that. So as you can see, it takes a little bit when it's on this side actually to match up to those circles. You'll see the gap is not completely done, but now after some jiggling, it does. And then you'll want to kind of leave this flap open only because you have this compartment. So this compartment can come down and it unveils these three shelves or three drawers, I guess. So the top one doesn't come out. It's just as a case or an area to put a deck. I just have some extra flesh and blood stuff here that I use in multiple decks, so I keep them here. And then we have down here in my drawers, they kind of open like this, so you can just grab what you need. So I have some D6s and D20s in here. A lot of my counters are in here that you see in my games. So you can easily just pull them out, put them back in just like that, and then just close that in like that. Or what you can do is you could do that and then pull it out like a drawer. And it literally comes all the way out. So you can just, take it out, place it on the table, use it. When you're done, just put it back. So I like that concept that you can remove it. And then same thing with this one. You can do that. I have some of these markers which I like to use to keep track of things that happen a certain amount of times per turn. This way I could keep track. I find that although this has a hole, none of it actually falls out because of this panel. It goes right up against the containers here, so nothing actually comes out. I shook it. I tested it many times just to make sure, and it's pretty flawless. So let's see what I've gotten here. I got 2 dice. Got a bunch of tokens, MetaZoo tokens. Got the coins from the MetaZoo, and then as I mentioned just before, these little markers that have come in handy. So let me put these back in. Alright, and now close that for now. So you can see here I have comfortably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 decks. I've got 1, 2, 3, 3 MetaZoo, 3 MetaZoo decks. And then here I've got some My Hero Academia. I got 2 of them. And then I also have 2 Flesh and Blood decks, Blitz decks. And I really like the Burger Token deck boxes because of how compact they are. When they're not in use, you can fold them down. But also they are clear so that you can see what's in it. You don't need any labels or anything. And if you wanted to label, you could always label and write on it, which works too. So I could stand to probably have one more 50 or 60 sleeved card deck here as well. Obviously, you don't even need them in the boxes, but I much prefer them in the boxes than just the bare cards in here. But yeah, lots of space. And then we have these 2 compartments here. You'll see they fit card savers perfectly, and that's exactly how I use them. I have my Flesh and Blood equipment here. Since, you know, it's a bit of a pain to put them into the deck itself because I don't want to bend them or ruin them. I do have them in these card savers. So what I do is I just literally just put them in here. I don't have to worry about them bending. This is all very sturdy. I would have preferred if the lip was a little bit higher. Just a little bit. I think the clearance is a little too short for me. So you'll see it kind of does barely make it in terms of the card size. So in terms of protection, I would prefer just a little more thickness there, but otherwise it's not bad. I really do like that they thought about this, because most deck boxes don't. Anyway, I usually include you know, I have the MetaZoo rulebooks in here, and then life tracker here. So that's very helpful to have in this little slot. And of course, you can always just put a deck here, maybe a 30 or 40 card deck here. You could do whatever you like, honestly. But this is how I use my card layer. I really like it. I really also would prefer if there was a strap. You know, the way I carry things, I carry often a playmat with this. So if I could just have a strap with this, or a handle even, like a suitcase one, I don't know, just some sort of handle to hold this, I would really appreciate that. So we'll see what happens if they can eventually get that offered. But anyway, that is my quick review of this awesome organizer for my cards. I can basically go to my local store and have a few different TCGs, CCGs with me, and have all the counters, dice, trackers I need. Highly recommend it. This is just one of the many colors that they offer as well. So definitely check out you know, your local game store. I got mine from, I think it was Game Nerds, but it is being sold in local game stores. So definitely go visit your local game store and support them. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.